Oh, really? Thank you both so much.
Transitory.
Oh, compadres, you're here! Hey, serious props to you both. This place...
Everything looks perfect. We're ready for...
Guys, why so serious?
Hey, look at that. My favorite melon's a fast learner. Also, I hear you're gonna be taking... Whoa!
Paimon was just joking. Seriously, Dvorak?
Getting cold feet? Ah, don't blame ya. I am the reigning champion of the great sing-along, after all.
What? Paimon is too rock and roll.
Then bring it on.
Oh, Paimon's bringing it all right. Paimon's bringing it all the way home. Ha!
We hit a complete dead end. Goro said he didn't know anything. Mamoru and the guys... What if it really is in Tenshukaku? Is that why we can't find it?
Oh, no, don't go poking around Tenshukaku again.
Couldn't agree more. So that's why this time, I kept my distance and just threw some paper notes towards Tenshukaku. Hopefully, the Raiden Shogun sees them and hands the dog over.
Wait, what?
It looks like Doshin Shikanoin was right.
Well, let's hope not, because that would really suck. Wish I had more time to look into it, but unfortunately... Now don't forget, there's lyrics and music scores in the jam zone, so no wussing out.
Don't get too cocky, bullchucker. We'll see who's rock and roll.
Game on, Mini Melon!
Oh, Paimon better get some practice in at the jam zone soon.
Oh, by the way, we invited a ton of people this time, including some people you know. A few have already shown up, and they're asking about you.
Cool, yeah, let's go see them. Paimon's curious to find out who you invited.
Hey, there you are.
Ooh, does this mean...
I've made some progress, but I'm still missing the final... I don't have anything conclusive yet, but I have a hunch that it involved...
What? You mean like in cahoots?
Shh. Like I said, it's... Anyway, I've written to the station, and they shouldn't take too long. In the meantime, I would have gone back to the station to look into it myself, but I knew Ito was Oh, wow! So, will the Traveler's long-serving voice finally graduate from speech to song in a triumphant victory over the Oni rocker of Hanamizaka? I'll be awaiting with bated...
Cut it out, both of you! No more stupid nicknames!
This Miss Hina looks very familiar. Even the outfit.
C'est Goro, bien évidemment.
I was thinking the same thing.
She really is the spitting image.
De toi.
Of who?
Goro, Kokumi, hey!
C'est tout.
Hello, you two. It's been a while.
I'm so happy to see you again. I was just asking Shinobu if she knew where you...
This is a nice surprise. Paimon didn't expect to run into you two at an Arataki Gang music festival.
Oh, a reader for my That's Life column was asking for advice about it, so I figured I'd help out. Turned out the reader in question, Her Excellency, was also very supportive of the whole...
An international rock and roll music festival sounded like a good way to attract tourists. And it's to bring attention to the plight of living things, right? Seems...
Yeah, apparently it has something to do with a dog that was a war hero? Although sadly probably not a true story. Have either of you heard anything about that?
Oh, you know, bits and pieces. Nothing concrete.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Those sounded suspiciously like prepared answers.
Probably because we've answered that question before. Mr. Arataki Ito came to ask us about it a while back.
Yes, of course. Actually, I was hoping to ask for your opinion on something. Does Miss Hina look familiar to you at all? I have this strange feeling...
Oh,
Maybe.
She probably just looks similar to someone you know. Like how the Traveler looks similar to her brother. There's no mystery here, don't overthink it.
Ah, I see.
Traveler, let's get out of here.
Oh, you're a real trooper, Yoimiya. This must be one of the furthest places you've ever delivered to.
I promised Ito that I'd supply fireworks for his festival. I wasn't about to go back on my word.
Hey, Toma, Yoimiya.
Traveler, Paimon! Cool, you're here too!
Well, looks like I owe the Arataki gang a huge thank you. If they weren't...
You hear that? In case it was too subtle for you, Toma's complaining.
Oh, that's true. Obviously, traveling's very important to you, but you gotta take a break every once in a while. Just remember that you've got friends out there that would love nothing more than the chance to make you feel looked after.
Of course! Oh, I heard this really cool. So, Ito says that the theme of his music festival comes from a story about a dog. What do you know about this dog, Toma? Everyone knows how well...
For once, not much, I'm afraid. But assuming this really happened, I feel like what? This is a dog who managed to sneak in and out of a war zone, repeatedly, without leaving a trail. As far as I know, the Shogun's army doesn't do that kind of thing.
So you're saying it was the Sangonomiya troops?
Sounds kind of far-fetched if you ask me. Do we really think Sangonomiya's forces had enough
Okay, well if it wasn't Sangonomiya's side, it must have been the Shogunate.
Right. So, in my view, it's more likely that Mr. Dvorak I mean, he's an artist, right? Isn't rock music about expressing things we don't fully...
Kind of like fireworks in a way. Don't question.
Yeah, that sort of makes sense.
I'll take it. And on that note...
Paimon didn't realize so many people... Hey, Mr. Dvorak, you're still here!
Sure am. I've been checking over the equipment, scores, and lyric sheets to... Shinobu was telling me how popular light novels are here in Inazuma. So I've tweaked the melody and lyrics for...
Light novels plus...
I actually didn't change too much. Just took... This event couldn't have happened without him. It's my way...
What? You got rid of the dog? But...
Yes, but that's all it was. The initial inspiration. Doesn't matter if...
Spirit? Okay, should have seen that coming.
It's all about the music, my friends. Just enjoy the music.
Fair enough. Alright, well, speaking of enjoying music, Paimon's gotta get practicing or Bullchucker's gonna hug...
By all means, be my guest. Here's the music score and lyrics.
Let's see now. I got reincarnated as an Oni Kabuto and flipped the world up... What sort of song title is...
Soft rock, actually.
No peeking! You can hear them tonight with Paimon. Paimon's gonna rock so hard, Bullchucker won't know it hit him.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a night to celebrate, and I trust you're all having a wonderful... It's been a non-stop rock and roll ride this evening, and we're almost at the end. The illustrious Mr. Arat and Miss Paimon. The two of them will be performing a brand new song written... I got reincarnated as an Oni Kabuto and flipped the... Take it away!
To the heart, and the Bakedanuki shape-shifted into dark.
Weasel thief, hereby bequeath all my mora. 200 goes
So that's rock music, huh?
Really? It's different from what I'd heard before.
So, how'd you like my performance?
Okay, Bull Tucker, you got owned and you know it.
Oh, stop it, you two.
Here, here. Really mind-blowing stuff.
I call it a draw.
You think? Okay, well, what about you, my compadre? Who do you think is the most rock and roll? Hey, don't try to change the
Let's not argue anymore, shall we? Ito and Paimon, I owe you all an enormous debt of gratitude. Without your help.
Don't mention it, Jack Attack. Hey, if we hadn't met, I wouldn't even know what the spirit of rock and roll means.
The spirit of rock and roll? So, what?
It means you rock up, rock out, roll the dice, and roll with the punches.
Yeah, that's obviously not what it means. Mr. Dvorak, could you please give us the official definition? Someone needs to take this guy down a peg.
An official definition? I don't know that one exists. It's an...
Funny you should say that. I was just thinking that the spirit of rock and roll is, guess I have a better sense of rock and roll than I thought.
What about you, Yoimiya?
Oh, well, I thought it was gonna be all about. Was that supposed to be symbolic? Like, if the dog didn't exist, if there was no injured animals, then that means that.
Oh, so for Yoimiya, the rock and roll spirit is up.
Me? I hadn't given it all that much thought. I was mostly worrying about whether those paper notes boss threw into Tenshu.
That must mean that for Shinobu, the rock and roll spirit is about keeping the Arataki gang safe.
Shinobu, seriously, you've got nothing to worry about. If the Raiden Jogan had seen it...
Paimon agrees that you don't need to worry. Otherwise, Hazen... Wait, where is that guy anyway?
Oh, Doshin Shikanoin had to run back to the station, so he didn't get the chance to say goodbye to... As for the other two, they couldn't stick around because they had a government meeting to get to.
The fact that these busy people all made time to attend the party is telling. Clearly, Ito wasn't exaggerating about the... Ito, what can I say? It's true.
Well, Jack Attack, A lot of people only showed up because they knew she'd be here. If we do this again, we gotta make sure to find... How's that sound, compadre? Get that rock and roll spirit ready, because next time it'll be...
Your Excellency, I believe the Tenryou Commission detective is...
Don't worry about it, Goro. The Puppy Union was a joint venture between us and the Yashiro Commission. If we can maintain... We saved some lives, and that's what...
I was more worried about the potential impact on your reputation, Your Excellency. After all, some of the lives we've saved belong to the Shogunate. If someone with an agenda finds out...
Don't worry. There might be a way to make it work out in our favor.
Really? How?
Times have changed. We and Narukami, so it's not necessarily a bad thing if people discover that we were already cooperating with the Yashiro Commission. Goro, if you want my opinion, you should...
Miss Hina?
I hear she works for That's Life magazine as well. And she seems to be just as good at offering comfort to people in need as you are.
Elle était là depuis le début.
I learned something new today. I never knew that the Hydro Nation's rock music had the power to stir up lightning.
Miko, a few days ago, some strange paper notes flew into Tenshukaku, demanding that I hand over the dog. So
I just assumed you must have gotten yourself a pet puppy.
As it happens, I also received an invitation letter. I've never heard the name Arataki before.
Ah, so you came here to make a little Oni's wish come true, hmm? So tell me, how do you plan to respond to the Fontanian musician? It sounded to me like his music was
the war. I'm not sure we can give him the answer he would hope for. But if nothing else, I know that we must avoid another war at all costs. The people cannot be made to suffer like that again.
But what if the bigger war comes to pass? What then?
If it cannot be avoided, then I will have no choice but to fight.
Well, if that day comes, I'm sure that everyone here tonight will fight by your side.